Hello and welcome everyone. Lionheart here with a faction overview for the newly released Seleucid faction for Total War Rome 2. Free as part of patch 5 for Rome 2, the Seleucids offer an interesting starting position between Macedon, Pontus and Egypt, and it's been a community favourite faction for a very long time. Hopes were high that it would come across to Rome 2, following many community members describing it as one of their most interesting and challenging factions to play in the original Rome. So here it is, and we're going to have a first look at how the faction plays, what's special and unique about it, right now.
You are the Seleucid Empire, but your grip on your eastern satrapies is weakening. Bactria is already independent, and Patharva and others may also attempt to break away. Meanwhile, to the south, the Ptolemies of Egypt are scheming against you. Their desire to control your Syrian lands may yet bring about war. Although stability to the north and west may be assured by the Sardes, who remain loyal, the warlike Galatians and the Hellenistic states of Asia Minor threaten your borders. The future of Alexander's legacy is in your hands. The Seleucid Empire must not fall.
As the good advisor has just said, you hold on to what remains of Alexander's Eastern Empire, his legacy. Will you rise to the occasion and forge an empire greater than even Alexander's before, or will you follow history and crumble? The Seleucids offer an interesting starting location, as previously said, between Macedon, Pontus and Egypt, and obviously Parthia way over in the east. Thus, among those factions, the Seleucids have an interesting starting location. Going to the tactical overview, we can see actions taking place in the eastern portion of the campaign map. The major power players in the area being Egypt, Macedon to the west, Parthia in the east, and perhaps to the north the threat of Pontus one day rallying its forces, and of course the barbarian tribes in the Crimean. Having seen a faction overview of the Seleucid starting location, now let's see how they fare on the diplomatic side of things. Starting off, the Seleucids, as previously said with their starting location, are in a reasonably central location. Plenty of areas to expand out west, east, north and even south. To the east though lies the remnants of Alexander's great Eastern Empire. The Seleucids inheriting most of this through satrapies or client states. Although, as you can see, many of these states aren't exactly happy that you're in command. You'll have to juggle between keeping them happy and calling on them for acts of war against your enemies should you need them. But that can always backfire. Should a satrap decide not to back you in war, they could well become your enemy very quickly. There's plenty of opportunities for trade, and potentially more opportunities to create more client states for the budding nation of the Seleucid Empire. The Seleucids have a wide and varied unit pool to choose from when it comes to recruiting units for your armies. It's a mix of Greek and Eastern units generally. East meets West. You have the standard javelin men and slingers, but you also have their Eastern counterparts, as well as the renowned Eastern spearmen. Hillmen, levy pikemen and light cavalry are all on your starting lineup, but as you can see from this army in Antioch, they already start off with a unit of mercenary Indian war elephants, which could be quite useful in those early engagements. A brief look in the encyclopedia for the Seleucid faction will list all the available units that will one day be yours should you decide to campaign with them. From artillery and archers to some very elite looking cavalry, the Azat Knights, camel archers and spearmen can all be yours with the proper research. Again, the Seleucids show their mix of East and Western cultures, and again this is reflected in their units, but I'm particularly looking forward to trying out those Indian armoured elephants. On the battlefield, the Seleucids again show their distinctive mix of cultures, East and West. The Eastern Spearmen versus the General's Bodyguard of Royal Peltas. and their levy pikemen. Their mighty war elephants, ready for battle and glory. The Seleucids' mix of east and western units should provide for multiple combinations of tactics, strategies, and abilities on the battlefield. Will you choose cunning and deception to beat your enemy, or will you focus on power and strength? The Seleucid Empire offers you the ability to do both. Fight for glory.